Multiplied a monomial times a monomial, monomial times a binomial, trinomial, polynomial, two binomials using FOIL. Now we're going to talk about what happens when we have special products. You can use a special rule so that you don't have to use FOIL, and it's really easy. Is everybody ready? So when you have one that looks like this, a plus b quantity squared, we could use FOIL and do it as a plus b times a plus b, and then use the FOIL method. Or we can be fancy. Are you guys ready? I need to turn this or I'm not going to be able to write. Ta-da! Alright, so if you have a plus b quantity squared, it is going to become a squared plus 2ab plus b squared every single time. Every single time. The first step is you square the first term. A is our first term. We square it and we get a squared. Step 2, multiply first and second terms, then times 2. And that's where we got 2ab from, because you multiply a and b together and then you multiply it by 2. And what do you think the last step is? How would we get b squared? Square the last term. Good. Take a point, both of you. That's it. That's all you do. Magic. Do I need to zoom in? Marbly, do you need me to zoom in back there? No, I'm good. Okay. All right. Let's practice on this one. Step 1 is square the first term. So what's our first term? And if I square 3x, what do we get? Oh, what is 3 squared? So you get 9x squared. Don't forget to square the coefficient. Does everybody see where we got 9x squared from? You just square 3x. Alright, then we're going to multiply 3x times 4, which is, and then you multiply it by 2, and you get 24x. And what's the last step? And what's 4 squared? Ta-da! You're done. And you can only do this when it looks like this. We're going to practice some more before we move on to a minus b. Are you ready to practice, or does anybody need a mo? We're good? Not really sure what you're muttering back there. Oh, okay. All right, close this. We're going to write our example out to the side, or wherever your side is on your paper. Wherever you have room to write some examples. Alright, let's start easy peasy lemon squeezy. X plus 3 quantity squared. Alright, so you square the first term, and our first term is x, so if you square x, what do you get? Then you multiply x times 3, which is, and then multiply it by 2, which is And then you square your last term, and what is 3 squared? Ta-da, you're done. Do you want to practice one on your own or one more together? On our own? Okay. I got 4a squared plus 24a plus 36. Did we do it right? Awesome. If 2 people at Strabo got it right, take a point. Do we need to do one more just to be safe? All right, let's do one more. Is it going to blow your mind if I put another letter in there? Okay. I got these. Awesome. Fantastic. Can we do where we subtract? Because you do the same thing, but you subtract. Okay. All right. If 2 people at Strabo got it right, give your team another point. Then let's open subtraction. So the difference with subtraction is, of course, that there is a subtraction sign. Crazy. So if you have a minus b quantity squared, it's going to turn into a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Why do you think it's plus b squared and not minus b squared? Is a. Because a negative times a negative is a. Good. Take a point. All right. So the first step is still square the first term. The second step is still multiply first and second term, then times 2. And what's the last step? Square the last term. Take a point. Hello. Nice to see you. Your foldable's in the top drawer. Hey, Mackenzie, can you go get my box now and turn her excuse in for her? Thank you. You know where the attendance window is, correct? Okay. All right, we ready to practice on this one? All right, what is 5m squared? Okay. When you walk out, you go left instead of right. So it's like direct, like when you walk out into the rotunda. In the attendance window. In the same spot. Alright, so then you do 5m times n, and you get 5m n, and then what do we do with that? Multiply by 2, and do I add this time or subtract? Subtract. Awesome. And what's my last step? Yes, no, maybe so. Alright, you want to practice 2 examples, or do you want to do one more together just to be safe? 2 examples? Okay. Alright, let's do x minus 7 quantity squared. Together or on your own? Together? Okay. All right, so the first thing we do is we square x. And what is x squared? X squared. Then we multiply x times negative 7, and we get negative 7x times 2 gives us negative 14x. And then we have to square negative 7, which gives us a positive 49. Yes, no, maybe so. Are we sure? Okay, so the only difference is we're subtracting because of the subtraction sign, right? Awesome. E, F, and then we're moving on to the last one. Yeah, we have time. Cool. Humana. 3C minus, let's go crazy, 12. And 4y minus 8z quantity squared. Do those two. Persevere in the face of danger. Ta-da! How did we do? Some of us did great. Some of us are like, what the crap, did I just multiply on my paper? I don't know. She said there's a box. She said a box. You get to open it and see what's in it at least. It's like Christmas for you. Alright. Did any of us make a mistake? What happened? Where at? This one? On E? Right there? Oh, okay. Yeah. The way I remember it when I'm trying to do these is I do this times this and then times that too. That way I'm using everything. That's the pattern that helps me. Did anybody else make that mistake on not multiplying the middle term by 2? Yeah? Okay. So I just use all of my things in here. I do this times this times this. Lexi, what was your mistake? Right here? Oh, so you just didn't multiply by 2. That's it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that'll just take practice getting used to that. Oh, okay, yeah, don't do that either. But that's okay, because all of these are mistakes or something that's common, and it just works out with practice. All right, let's do our last one, and then I'm going to give you your homework problems. You're only going to have a few. This one is the easiest. So when you have this, I'm sorry, my words. When you have the first and the second set of parentheses are the exact same, except that it's a plus and a minus, like these. So if I have a plus b times a minus b, the middle term cancels, and you end up with a squared minus b squared. That's it. That's all you do. It's magic. Alright, so you square a, whatever a may be, square b, subtract. And this is only when you have two sets of parentheses and they're the exact same except a plus and a minus. That's the only time you use this. Otherwise, we would use FOIL or one of these special product rules. Alright, so do we have the exact same parentheses here except it's a plus and minus?
Yes.
Okay, so we square a, which this time is x, and what is x when we square it? X squared. Then we square b, which is 3y, and what's 3y squared? 9y squared, and then we subtract them. I know.
Please no.
Are we ready to practice without these weird noises? Alright, we're going to do one together, one on our own, and then homework. Yay! Alright, x plus 2 times x minus 2.
Is next week the last week?
Yes.
Is there another one?
Nope, next week's the last one.
Yay!
Okay, do we have the exact same parentheses except the signs are different?
Yeah.
Alright, so we square a, which is x, and when we square x, what do we get?
X squared.
Alright, then we square 2, and when we square 2, what do we get?
4.
And then what do we do with those two terms?
Subtract.
Ta-da, you're done.
Ooh.
Una más, then tarea.
Can that just be our homework?
No, that cannot just be your homework. But I will only give you 4 homework problems. Hey, I'll just give you 3, one of each. How about that?
Sure.
Meh. Maybe 2 of each. No, Asbury, calm down. I got 4x squared minus 16. Yay! If you want to do your homework real quick, you have 5 minutes. So do your homework real quick, and then you don't have to do it for homework. So why don't we keep it out and do it real quick so we do stuff? Yes. Yeah, I'm going to bring you my notebook.